Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm new here. Is this the meeting for... Yeah, I guess I'm in the right place. Are you here for... Okay, great. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. I've never joined a support group before. Do we, sit in a circle and talk about our feelings? I guess that's the point, right? And I'll try just about anything to get back to normal, you know? Yeah, of course you know. Sorry. I'm Sarah, by the way. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Oh, at least there are donuts. I do love a good donut. Who doesn't love donuts? Can we just take one, or... Great, then I'm gonna do that. That should help take the edge off, right? Exactly. Oh, okay, you're right. Looks like it's time. Can I sit next to you? Is that okay? Okay, good. Thank you. You're the only one I know so far. I appreciate you letting me glom onto you a bit. I'll get more comfortable, I promise. I'm sure it gets easier. It does get easier, right? Like, the more meetings you go to? Good, that's good. Here we go. Can't escape now, I guess. Oh, okay then, I guess I can do that. Hi everyone, my name is Sarah, and I was abducted by a fantasy power figure. Hi again. I guess abducted is a strong word. Manipulated might be a better word for it. It was the Goblin King. Do you guys know the Goblin King? I know everyone here has different stories. Not everyone might know... Okay, good. Yeah, that was the guy. Anyway, he took my brother, and I had to go rescue him. It was a whole thing. But I'm pretty sure he was trying to abduct me. There were a lot of promises made. But I got out of there in the end, so now I'm just, dealing with the fallout. You know how it is. That's why this group exists. It's been a few years, and it's kind of hard to stop thinking about it, you know? The dreams are really vivid. And sometimes the memories just pop up at random times and derail my whole day. So when I found out this group existed, I thought maybe it could help me to talk about it with people who had similar experiences. We've all been abducted or transported or isekaied against our will, right? I feel like you know better than anyone what I've been through. And then, maybe I can start to heal. It's not like I can tell my regular therapist about any of this, right? No, of course not. I did try once, though, and she thought I was talking about a dream. And I realized she'd think I lost my grip on reality if I argued the point, so I just didn't argue. I didn't want to end up in a facility or drugged to within an inch of my life, but it felt really alone to not even have, a professional to talk to. Until now, that is. Anyway, thank you for having me. Also, great donuts. Sure, I'm happy to answer questions. What do you want to know? The Goblin King, you mean? Oh, well, okay, technically, I did ask him to take my brother in the first place, but in my defense, I didn't know the Goblin King was real. I was just running my mouth, you know? I was a dumb kid complaining about having to babysit. So I said some stuff, and then my brother disappeared, and all these goblins showed up, and I was pretty freaked out. And then the king came in through the window, and he was... Okay, being totally honest, he was very compelling. If you're gonna get kidnapped by some mystical power figure, you could do worse, you know? But he was gonna keep my brother and turn him into a goblin, and my parents would have killed me, so I had to go save him. Anyone would do that, right? Right? He did have me over a barrel, but it worked out in the end. We had a big standoff. He tried to make the case for me to, submit to him, something like that. It was a little vague, but there was definitely an undertone of dominance. More of an overtone, really. He promised me everything, anything I could ever want. But I'm not an idiot. I know the price for something like that. He was trying to trick me, to abduct me, really. I would have been his prisoner forever. But I beat him, and I got my brother back. So it all worked out. No, nothing like that. I didn't even have a weapon. Unless you count lipstick as a weapon. But I think he was wearing more lipstick than I was. No sword or anything. I don't even know how to use one of those. I'm a bit of a girly girl, you know? I like pretty things. Which I guess is why he thought I'd be a good target. Well, poetry, really. I hit him with some good poetry. Stuff I'd been studying for a while, so I had it memorized. I was a bit obsessive about it, honestly. And then he just, gave up. It must have been his kryptonite. He let me go and I got my brother home and my parents never knew the difference, so yeah. I know, it's weird, but anyway, that's why I'm here. And I appreciate you letting me be here. Like I said, the emotional fallout has been more than I expected. Thank you. I do blame myself a lot. I know I was a dumb kid, but still. I hope my brother doesn't have any memories of that place. Yikes. Yeah, it was not great. Very dirty, kind of smelly. There was a whole MC Escher aesthetic, which made no sense at all. And of course the goblins themselves. They were all different, but very creepy. Honestly, they weren't as bad as some of the things I had to deal with just getting to the Goblin King's castle. The journey was not a pleasant one. Oh no, he made me spend hours just making my way to his place. It had to be as difficult as possible, you know? And there was a ticking clock, so there was even more pressure. But yeah, along the way there were some very unpleasant things. No, it's okay, I can talk about it. There was a swamp, for starters, but it smelled horrible. Like, imagine the worst thing you've ever smelled, and then double that. And then double it again. I'm kind of surprised I didn't just throw up the whole time I was there. And then there were these guys who could, like, take off their limbs and eyes and heads and throw them around. They did a whole song and dance thing, but then they tried to pull my head off. Yes, really, it was horrible. I still have nightmares about those things, like truly abominations. And then there were these helping hands. Let's just say they were not at all helpful, more like groping hands. Problematic doesn't even begin to cover it. And these goblin knight things that had big sticks with bitey naked mole rats on the ends. The Goblin King's a psycho for dreaming that up. But then the whole thing was just miserable. I'm glad I survived, but I have to work through it, you know? I mean, I wasn't entirely alone. I made a few friends along the way. They still drop by sometimes to hang out. Sure. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but I'll come home and find them rifling through my fridge or dancing to my Spotify playlist. They're harmless. I like having them around. Yeah, it was one thing when they showed up to my parents' house when I still lived there, but then I got my own place, and they still show up. I don't know how they figured out where I live, but I don't mind. They're the only good memory of that whole experience. What? But that's ridiculous. Why would I want to do that? Okay, but they're not a bad tie to my ordeal. They're my friends. And I don't think them coming around is making it harder for me to heal. That's a stretch, don't you think? I mean, I don't think he does. I haven't seen him, but he's the Goblin King. He can do what he wants. I wouldn't be too shocked if he was spying on me or something. He did have stalker vibes. But I know I want to get past what happened to me, but I just don't know if letting go of my friends is the right call. I get it. I get cutting ties. I really do, but I like them. Plus, I don't have a ton of other friends. Well, none. But I don't need them. I'm busy a lot. But I don't know. I don't think crutch is the word. More like healing at my own pace, and having friends over is part of that. Plus, I owe them. They helped me save my brother. Yes, they did. They got me through it. Well, one of them did poison me and make me lose my memory for a while, but he was forced to do that by the Goblin King. I'm sure he wouldn't do something like that now. But he was very, very sorry, and I forgave him. Forgiveness is important, right? All part of moving forward. I'll think about it. I'll think about it, okay? You make a fair point, but it's hard to, consider not seeing them. They're awesome dudes. Not people, but, dudes. Okay, so, yeah, that's my story. Went there, got brother, came back. Now have periodic flashbacks to nightmare creatures and mazes and oversized cod pieces. I can't even look at a ruffled shirt without flinching. I know time heals all, but it's already been a few years, and I don't think I can get through it on my own, so here I am, taking the leap. Thank you. Seriously, thank you for welcoming me. I can't wait to hear all your stories, too. It gives me hope that other people who went through similar things can, come together and heal and make progress being normal again. Exactly. What is normal after all we went through? I mean, how can I just work my day job and make a sandwich and watch Bridgerton knowing that the Goblin King is still out there, probably abducting people? Just knowing everything that's out there tormenting regular folks like us. The real world feels so small and insignificant in comparison. Life just doesn't feel normal, no matter what I try. That's awesome, thank you. I'll do my best to be a valuable member of the group. Okay, so does someone else want to go now? I feel like I've already said all my stuff. Okay then, thank you. Thanks for listening. I'll sit down now. Phew, that was something. I didn't expect to be put on the spot like that. But I guess it's good. Gotta get the new person all settled in. And it felt nice to share my story, and not be laughed at or locked away in a padded room. Thank you. I guess I should listen to the others now, huh? Okay, well, thanks again for being so nice and making me feel comfortable. Maybe we can go get lunch later or something if that interests you. I'd love to hear your story. Good, it's a plan then. Hang on, before anyone else opens up in this meeting, I'm gonna grab another donut.